Hello and welcome to the stock market analysis. Today we're going to look at Apple. What is Apple doing? Actually, it is trading at a lower range here of this support. I think it's at a very important support area right now. You can see that this is a very important support area. Every time the stock drops to here, it bounces up, drops to here, bounce up, drops here, bounce up, drops to here, bounce up again. But the 250 MA resistance slammed it back down. So at this moment, I would say this will be a line in the sand. It's a very important support area, and whether this stock can go back up or not or decline will depend on whether this support area is able to hold. So of course, naturally, if the support area holds, it can go back up, maybe even make new highs. But if the support area does not hold, there's a possibility that we might have quite a lot of decline, that maybe down to this area. So support does not hold, or sell off will happen to the stock. Now let's take a look at the weekly chart. This stock is still in a very nice uptrend, in a weekly uptrend, the rising 200 MA. For a long time, it has been staying above the 200 MA. Even here, all the way, the 200 MA is rising, and you can see when the 200 MA rising, the stock, no matter what it does, up and down, it has been gaining and gaining and gaining and making new highs. So at this moment, looking at history, the rising 200 MA also continues to tell us to remain positively bullish on the stock in the long run. So for Apple investors, there's no need to worry, because at this moment it's just short-term weaknesses in long-term strength. If you look at the monthly chart as well, the stock is still staying above the rising 50 MA, and this do point to a long-term strength. So you can see in the monthly chart there is a possible double top, and if this is the neckline, if it does not hold, you could see sell off. So something that you need to take in mind. Even here there are topping tails here that show that the stock try to move up, down, move up, down, move up, down. That means it tells us that stock is rejecting to go higher, and that's why we have this sell off in the daily and weekly chart. Now going back to the weekly chart, the stock actually gave quite a lot of trading opportunities. We have two bottoming tails here. Usually this is a very viable setup, because one bottoming tail tells us that it wants to have a bullish reversal. Two bottoming tails tells us that it really rejects to go lower. So a lot of you don't need to only make money day trading or daily chart. Even in the weekly chart, if you buy here and put a stop loss to bottoming tails, you could just ride it higher all the way, and the risk reward is quite good. And of course, here there's a topping tail here that hint of weaknesses, and you can see how Japanese candlesticks work really well even in weekly charts, and then the stock decline. Here we have kind of three bottoming tails. Can be a setup where you buy and put a stop loss here, and then you ride it higher. So a lot of these weekly charts, their candlestick patterns are really useful. And here also we have bottoming tails, doji that show slowing bearish momentum and went up. And here, even as it rises, bottoming tail shows that during the week they will sell off, but eventually close higher. That told us that the stock wants to go higher, and that's why it breaks up higher here. Now, sometimes you can draw a downtrend line, and when it breaks above the downtrend line, the stock can move really quite a lot from here to here. And you can also draw uptrend lines to analyze the stock. For example, here it has dropped below an uptrend line. That's why there's quite a lot of weaknesses here. Now going back to the daily chart here, well, again, here we have the stock resting at near the 200 MA. The 200 MA actually can provide a lot of plays in the stock. For example, you can trade Apple when it breaks above the downtrend line and find support at 200 MA, buy it and pull all the way up. Here is also a short-term trade where it found support at like a double bottom at the 200 MA. So at this moment, yeah, it's weaknesses below the 20 MA, 50 MA. Ideally, we want to see the stock go back above the 20 MA and 50 MA. If we look at the 60-minute chart, it's went all the way up, trying to break above this downtrend line. Shot up, but resistance kicks in and it moved down. So you can see even the cycle here, we have a basing and then a bull market in the 5-minute chart, but eventually it kind of rounded a bit and drops below this trend line, breaks down, and recently here it breaks below this uptrend line and selling off at this moment. So if this support does not hold, we might see more selling downwards. But daily chart, going back to the daily chart, always at this moment, I think this will be the most important area, right? Whether Apple can go back up or crash or sell off more depends on whether this support area holds or not. So I hope you've enjoyed this analysis. Hopefully it's given you value and helped you, and I'll see you in the next one.